Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Healthline Channel, and I trust that you are doing good wherever you are watching me from. Now, today I want to do a very short video to line up for you what we have for you in our next coming weeks or months or so. And just very quickly, I want to be at a position to inform you that going forward we shall be discussing preventive healthcare, and we'll be getting more information on matters preventive health. We shall be tackling various diseases or conditions that are preventable, and then advising appropriately on various preventive measures so that we are all taken care of health-wise and we maintain our safety and our health. Now, to begin, we shall be having what we call the non-communicable diseases. We'll be looking at non-communicable diseases. As you know, this is a blanket of so many diseases, but this blanket of diseases that has really claimed so many lives. And that is why we think it is very, very important for us to be at a position to create an awareness to the public on how to protect ourselves from non-communicable diseases. Now, let me give you a bit of a background of information. And this information is sourced from the website of the World Health Organization, so that you just click into the website and search the statistics on the current statistics on non-communicable diseases. It is well displayed, dated 16th of December 2022. And it says that the non-communicable diseases actually kill 41 million people, and that amounts to about 74% of all deaths globally. So you can see that if you sum up all the deaths or the causes of deaths globally, then you realize that the non-communicable diseases, commonly abbreviated as NCDs, take about 74% of them. So that means all other causes of death are shared by or share about 26% only. And that is why, therefore, the non-communicable diseases become of global concern. And even in our country, Kenya, this is a disease that has already been declared of a public concern. And therefore, preventive health education, preventive measures on how we can go about it, therefore, is very, very important. So, in a nutshell, let me be able also to make you understand what non-communicable diseases are. In simple terms, because we said we are going to be as very simple as possible, so that that very, very person who does not have any health background can then understand us very easily. What do we understand, or what do you understand by the word non-communicable disease? So non-communicable diseases are diseases of a longer duration of occurrence. So that means they are diseases that can stay with you for a very long period of time. They are acquired, most of them are acquired, but of course some of them are genetically linked. And we'll have an ample time to go through each and every example of those non-communicable diseases. Now, some people may say they are diseases of chronic in nature. Chronic just means longer duration, just as I've said. So maybe to make you understand the diseases a bit better, by examples, we have them as follows. Number one, we have various cardiovascular diseases. An example, which everyone I think is well much acquainted with or knows, is the hypertension. Others include things like stroke or heart failure, but the most common that everyone, I'm very sure, is aware of is the hypertension, commonly known as high blood pressure. The second one is the diabetes mellitus, which also is well known by so many people. The third example is among the respiratory diseases commonly called the chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. And the fourth one is asthma. And there is one which is actually on the rise and has claimed so many lives and is also currently trending on the trends and headlines of various health news, and that is cancer. So those are just but a few examples of non-communicable diseases that we'll then have a look at one at a time. And therefore, please, this is the right place for you to keep in touch and keep watching our channel, for we have good news for you. And I want to make it clear that all that we shall be discussing here will be only related to preventive health care. For the curative, I'll then advise accordingly that we rush to the nearby health facility for intervention. But then we are much going to be at a position to discuss in depth the preventive measures, the risk factors, and then preventive measures. You see, if you are able to identify a risk factor or a cause of an illness, then it's easier to prevent such kind of an illness. And that is the role of the channel. Please stay in. And if you are watching us for the very first time, we request you to stay still. We request you to subscribe as we soldier on. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. Until